Things that I go through when I purchase property, what to look for, what not to look for. Key things, right? Key things. So hopefully you guys stay till the end of the video. Hey guys, what's up? It's Gilsar Vergara back with another video. It is approaching the weekend, and just like with anything, I'm pretty eclectic and eccentric, which is probably not good. I need to really, hunker down, stay more focused. That has always been a big issue with me. However, I found a website yesterday. It's called Skillshare, and I wanted to see if I can actually make a course to bring value, to help people, and I want to build more digital real estate. So with that said, it's just going to these things that can turn to potential passive income, and it's not going to be a fly-by-night thing. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. So comment down below. Like, this is more of a survey than anything. Comment down below if you feel you can learn something from from this channel. What would you want to learn? It's one of those things where I have a lot of stuff in my brain, and I don't know to specifically focus into a course or whatever per se. What topics and what course, if I were to offer one, would you like to learn? And also for you businessmen out there, what type of course would you want to get into that you can monetize, give value, and at the same time monetize? So yeah, comment down below. I would love to hear your answers, because I would like to see, like in picking my brain, doing the survey, can I come up with a course that will focus on this one or two things to help people? Yeah, comment down below. This is the start of my day. I'm going to work right now. We'll see what happens. It has been a very stressful, hectic day for me, because about 3 in the morning, American time, my niece calls me. She messaged me. I didn't see this until like 6 o'clock. No, about 5 o'clock in the morning. Hershey gave birth, and I was like, oh, okay, and whatever. I had a feeling that she was gonna have an issue, right? I just had this weird feeling, inclination, whatever you want to call it, and pretty much at 4 came out, 1 died, unfortunately. She just didn't go. I believe there was at least 1 or 2 inside. So for about 3 hours, nothing happened. I started getting worried because I don't want nothing to happen to my Hershey. So I had to call my brother, tell him, like, listen, I might call you in another so and so minutes, because we might have to take Hershey to the vet to get to check her out. And pretty much they took her to the vet. I was on the phone, texting back, messaging back with my vet, and I was just like, oh man. And they brought her to the hospital, right? So now I'm starting to worry now, because I'm like, oh man, it's been 3 hours, 4 hours. What's gonna happen to my Hershey? The doctor hit me up and is like, I can't reach the babies or whatever. So I was like, oh man, okay. Pretty much, she had a emergency C-section. I'm gonna put some videos and photos up here. She had 2 babies stuck inside of her. So that's a total of 3 dead pups and then 4 good ones. So 7. I'm like, I was upset that I should have took Hershey to the vet to get a cesarean. I'm gonna show you pics. It's gonna be a bit graphic, whatever. I'm gonna show you pics of the 2 that were stuck in the stomach. Yeah, look at this one, man. Huge head. But then I believe this one next to it was a runt. But man, it was just, the word I can say in Bisaya is sayang, which is like oh, it's a waste, I guess, or I don't know what the English term is. Comment down below for you Bisaya speakers what sayang means, right? I don't know. Yeah, man, it is my anniversary today too. I'm at Ruby's work. I'm picking her up. I'm surprising her because it's with flowers. It's our 12th year anniversary. We've been together 12 years. Married 12 years, together 14.
You're so nice.
I was just so worried and stressed out this morning just about my dog, man. I was like, oh, I love all my dogs, especially Hershey's very important to me. She is the mother of many of the dogs in my kennel. So basically, she's a godmother. I'm sorry, she's a grandmother, and it's very very important to me. She's just an amazing dog, and I would hate for something to happen to her prematurely. I'm lucky if I have another 5 years off of her. So yeah, I just want to share that with you. And then today, I have really nothing to talk about. What can we talk about today? Okay, let me look in the little thing here. This is a quick video of I just thought about this. Shout out to my friend Ken, who asked me if I can speak about it, being that I'm Filipino, and the things that I can go through. I'm a Phil-Am. Things that I go through when I purchase property, what to look for, what not to look for. Key things, right? Key things. So hopefully you guys stay till the end of the video. When you're buying a property, these are key major things that I off the top, I didn't script this or whatever. And if you don't mind, drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below. And check out our sponsor, classifieds.ph. Let's get on with it. So when I buy my properties, there's key things that I look for. Okay, key things that I look for outside of potential growth in the area or whatever. That's a given. But the most important thing you can do is think about the legalities, especially as a foreigner, as a Filipino too. Many of you know that as a foreigner, I haven't checked the laws recently, but I believe you can only lease the property and or own 40% of the property. I'm not really sure. Comment down below if you guys know the legalities of it. But these are like 2 or 3 things that I look for a potential property I want to purchase. Things that I have learned over time, learned from other friends of how to mitigate stress and issues going forward. So when looking for a property, you want to understand how many signatories are going to sign the title of the said property. Okay, now if there's more than 1 or 2 or even 3 or 4, I am going to have to look deeper into it, because it just causes a big headache. You have to hit everybody off. You gotta locate everyone, every heir, every living relative usually connected to that property, you gotta deal with. So I try to keep my properties usually at least 1 to 2, maximum 3 signatories. I ran into an issue a few years ago where I needed like 8 signatures. Some of them were in Negros, some of them were even in Manila. So I had to deal with all these things, a lot of waiting, a lot of this, a lot of that, and then it was just a big headache. The biggest thing you can do to help yourself deal with all these issues is understand how many signatories are concerning that property, right? 2, going to the deeds office. I believe, I forgot, is a register of deeds. Get the original copy of the said property. Then is it the mother title? Is it a declaration? You know how much money on the long end that you're going to have to spend and how much stress you're going to have to deal with to attain this particular property, right? Now, certain properties I purchase are already broken, subdivided, and ready to go. When you're dealing with a mother title, you're going to go through a lot of hoops, a lot of things, because one, let's say the said property is 1,000 square meters, right? The title is under the grandfather. The grandfather owns 1,000 square meters. The grandfather has 4 kids. So each one of those kids pretty much owns 250 square meters of that property, right? They're an heir to 250 square meters of this property. So you have the grandfather, the kids. Now, if the father wasn't smart enough to subdivide this property to the kids, this is where you run into the hoops and the issues, because now, let's say the kids, right, the 4 existing kids, one of them dies. And each one of these kids have 3 to 4 kids each. So if you do not buy this property at this level, which is the kids level, the original children, first gen children, you only need 4 signatures. Now, if one of these children die and they have 4 children, right? So you're dealing with the 3 plus 4 as it go down the line. Now, God forbid, it's the mother title, the great-great-grandmother, father, or whatever. You have grandparent, then the kids, then the children, then the children's children. Now you are in a world of it's a mess. For me to mitigate certain things, depending on how much I need the property and want the property, I will negotiate the crap out of it, because Usually, most people, especially in the rural areas, especially with something so large, is just a mother title and hasn't been broken down into the generations.
My apologies. I couldn't hear what you said.
I'm sorry, Siri. I'm not talking to you. But for instance, you have all those generations because it's still a mother title. Everyone has to get their fair share, right? Because everyone's gonna go after it, and you're gonna have people going back and forth. I don't want this. I don't want to sell. I don't want this. I don't want that. You're gonna be chasing after a lot of signatures, and it might not be worth it. But unless you really want the property, a lot of legal loopholes and all that mess. There's certain things called the I forgot the name of it. My wife knows. It's like a proper break, and then you have to subdivide, and then you have to pay for that. Now subdivision is per lot and all this and all that. It's such a big mess. I can expound on it in a later video. Comment down below if you want me to expound on it, like the process of subdivision and stuff like that. From what I know, I'm not a professional, okay? Dealing with all this mess now, is it really worth it buying that property? Me, I use it as a negotiation point to lower the price of the said property. So if I know I gotta get like 5-6 signatures, there's gonna be a lot of processing here, right? So if the property's worth, I don't know, 100,000 pesos, I'll be like, I'll give you 40,000. Clean. Because now what's gonna happen is I gotta subdivide it, right? I gotta subdivide it, hire and pay my people to run the processing, run this, run that. That's gonna give you they get commission. It's gonna be more money. So I said, this is the price. This is your clean money. Because if I pay the full price, you're gonna be spending way more money to process it. Some people take the offer, some people don't take the offer. But my point is to this video, make sure 1,000%, make sure you know how many signers need to sign your deed of sale, because you are gonna have some issues if you don't know this number, okay? Make sure that taxes have been paid on the said property, right? Because if it's a rural property, some people just like, oh, whatever. They just let it pass throughout the years because it happens, whatever. Make sure that taxes are paid clean on this property, right? I think my third point would have to be make sure there is a right of way. Not as in, oh yeah, the neighbor said you can pass. No. Make sure that there is a legal right of way to your property if it's a little bit inside. Because you don't want to have to negotiate again with another owner that's in the property near you or in front of you, whatever, to negotiate, hey, you want to buy this portion of property, so drive to my property or your said property that you want to purchase that's in the back. I don't want that. I want to make it clear that the owners around the area or blocking my property have given the rights to pass, as well as donated it to the town, or possibly the town, the province, and or is willing to sell it to you, because that can really jam you up if you look at it. Because hey, I love driving cars, I love driving motorcycles, but if you don't got it right away, how the hell are you gonna get in your property? It's not gonna happen. So that's probably my top 3 things at the moment right now. I can probably make another video expounding on a lot of things. It's a lot of stuff over the years. Comment down below if you want me to get more heavy into it. I can break it down. But the synopsis of this discussion is that 1, understand the signatories, how many people are signing for this property. 2, make sure the taxes are paid for. And I can probably add other like DAR and all those things. Those stuff is taken care of. 3, make sure you have a right of way, because foreigners love inside properties. They love a bit cheaper inside, whatever. But make sure you get that. Okay. So, like I said, if you don't mind, if this video gave any sort of value to you, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. That's way more important for me, because I can interact. I can create more ideas to make more things, make more videos. And I really appreciate it that you watch this video to the very end. I appreciate if you got here. I'm a big fan of you, so I wish I can subscribe to you. But other than that, that's pretty much it. And you have a great day. Take care. God bless. And I will try my best all the time to put more videos up. And just it's a lockdown right now, so I got a little bit of time, so I'm gonna put more videos up as much as I can. But yeah, check out classifieds.ph if you don't mind, and then you have a great day. Take care. Bye.